Hello everybody and welcome to a new Let's Look At. My name is Ben the Human and this is Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator. It is by, let me check here, Nick, oh I'm gonna butcher your names guys, I'm sorry. It's Nick Newwood and Dominic Lados. Two guys, dev team, have made a game specifically about piloting a giant cannon and aiming and firing it. It is very interesting. If you like it's kind of puzzle like, it kind of like weirdly reminds me of Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. You get directions, you have to find out what to shoot at, put it all into the machine, aim the machine, fire the gun. You gotta load the gun, then fire the gun. It's really cool. And they put a lot of work into it. I've been following it for like, maybe a year or so. I know there was a previous playtest that I missed out on, so now I'm very excited to get a chance to mess around with it in the Steam Next Fest. I have a link down into the description if you are interested. How do I go? Yeah! That's fun. All right, we have a playlist going in the background here. All right, first step, read, then measure, calculate. So first step, we go to the receiver, get our orders. Then we will measure the map, and then we will calculate our measurements, I suppose. Hello? Hi, command. Oh. Hi, command to the Iron Nest. Begin calibration firing test. Plot your firing trajectory to the target on the map. Fire a high explosive shell at the target. The Iron Nest location is H355. The target number 1 is at Q442. Glory to Castle. All right, so we have our orders here. Here's our location. The target coordinates are there. So we've written down on our pad here. Do I hit caps lock to make you go away? Ah! And then I pull it up to look at it. Is there any more relevant information here? Those two, just in case. I probably should take down the whole message, but it's fine. All right, so map time. Press E for map view. So our current location is H355. Ah, we're already on the map. Good. Right here. Ta-da! And then our target is at Q442. Q4. Oh, it's right here. Ta-da! And they've already highlighted it for me. Well, that's good. How do I... All right, we've done our mapping. Oh, you know what? I bet I have to measure like the distance. How do I do that? Ah! Ta-da! Perfect. Bearing range is 85 degrees, 85.4 degrees at 8.92 kilometers. Good. We've done good. All right. Good job. Now we have to put it into the calculator. Input distance to target. 8.92. Crank the wheel. Can you take back? I assume you can. Yeah. 8.92. Ta-da! Now we select our powder charge. How do you know how much you need? Oh, I see. I think. 1 charge for 5 kilometers. 2 charges for 10 kilometers. Okay, so we would like 2 charges. Ka-chunk. Because we need to fire at least 10 kilometers. Then calculate your gun's elevation. All right. Whoa! What happened? How do I fix you? Wait, what? Oh, does it just automatically do it? Oh, I see. Ah, this thing is calculating based on the distance we need to fire, the amount of charge we have in the gun, and then it's giving me a number of what the gun needs to be elevated at. I understand. I thought we were punching in the elevation of the gun based on the bearing, but the bearing is your 2D. Like if you're turning in 360 degrees, I think that's your bearing, and then the degrees of the cannon is separate from that turn. That does make sense. All right, where are we going now? We need to load left and right, and then we can go to the rotator. So let's load left first. How do we load? Select shell, ram the shell, dispense your powder charges, and then ram the powder charges. Okay, so we select our shell by pulling down on this. Ka-chunk. How do I know which one is high explosive or not? HCHE max burst charge. The one on top is the one we want to fire. HE round standard burst load. HE round standard burst load. Okay, so anything that has a green shell on the front is the one we would like to load. So we've chosen that one. Ram the shell. That is the wrong shell. Oh, can I take it out? Uh-oh. I'm gonna get in trouble. How do I undo? They're gonna execute me. The reason I thought it was the top one is because of this indicator here that has this guy's red. To me, that says the top of the 6 shells should be the one that gets rammed. But oops. Can I undo? I don't think so. They're like, you fucked up, kid. Well, we'll just fire that one then, and then see what they say. So we need to do 2 charges? Dispense powder charges. We have 2. So we would like to pull you and you. Got it. Don't pull more than that. You've already screwed up. Don't screw up any worse. All right, and then we ram the powder charges. Ka-chunk. You know what this reminds me of? There's an anime short film. I forget the name of it. Oh, we can't load the right-hand side. We only load the left-hand side. Well, now they're really gonna be mad at me. There's an anime short film. I forget the name of it, but I think it's called like The Cannon or The Red Cannon or something like that. And it's all about this like weird, like futuristic, like sort of dystopian world where these guys' entire job revolves around firing this giant cannon every day. It's kind of wild. All right, so we need to rotate 85.4 degrees. Whee! I should check this to make sure I'm actually doing this right. Marked by the map and noted in your clipboard. Fast movement lever to approximate the number. Oh. Whee! Oh, I can see the rotation out the window. That's kind of cool. Oh. Slow down. Slow down. We're going too fast. Bring it back. There we go. Now we'll crank it by hand. 85.4. Good. Done. Do I have to do anything else? I don't think so. All right, now the elevation. Match the elevation angle. Left gun controls, right gun controls. Ah, and you can use the approximation lever on in the middle as well. So the elevation is 53.52. Whee! That looks roughly like 53, right? Ooh, here's the firing arm, the thing. I'm excited. This thing's gonna keep on cranking though. Do you think they'll be? It kind of included a high explosive, right? It said high explosive, like some sort of other thing. All right, 53.52. Oh, there we go. At least we got all the numbers right. Okay, fire mission confirmed. How do you work? Run over each step of arming the iron nest and switch for confirmation. So we run through all these. They have tips below them, and then the left gun is on the left, the right gun is on the right, and then you pull to fire. No tips below this. So fire mission confirmed. The shell type is wrong. How do I undo you? Is there a way to be like, you've done this wrong? What about you? Nope. That's just to look at down below for fun. Well, we'll just claim that the shell is the correct shell. I don't know how to undo. There might not be an undo, so they're like, don't screw it up or we'll execute you. All right, shell type confirmed, bearing confirmed. It is good to double check these things though, because we have 53.52, 85.4. Gun is armed. Pull down. Get ready. Boom. Well, that's fun. Oh, that's fun that it models where it's firing to. I like how there's there's 3 cities on the map, so they're like, don't frickin' hit those, you jabroni. Here it comes. Oh, we're actually shooting at a town. Boom. We have to look at our satellite imagery. Dude, look at the crater! Dude, kill confirmed. Kill confirmed. Also killed whatever that thing is. Missed the civilians. Oh, we get to go down and be yelled at by our superior commander, I imagine. I love my little cupboard that I live in. How did it go? Calibration is confirmed. The Iron Nest combat is ready. Stand down and await operational orders. Retire to your bed and get rested. Victory depends on your readiness at any time. All right, so they weren't mad that I used whatever the special explosion capsule was. So this is fun, is you can use the espresso machine to make yourself a coffee. So you put your can here, your cup here. You want to find the sweet spot in temperature and pressure. So we crank up the pressure to the green zone. I have an espresso machine at home. It's far less like goofy. Bring it back. Oh, the pressure is getting too high. Now the temperature is getting too low. Bring the temperature back. Temperature back up. Pressure's right where it needs to be. Leave it there. Temperature. Slow your roll. Crank it. Pressure's getting a little out of whack. Temperature's okay. Pressure's still a little out of whack. And then we did it. We drink our espresso. We feel great. And now we go to bed. So that's fun. I like that they have these little things just like tucked around the ship. What are you? Community Roll of Honor. Join us on Discord. I like that. All right, we're not going to quit yet. We got to go to bed. Here, you go away. Can I clear my clipboard at any point, or does it just happen after I go to sleep? Monstrous strike on Mercy Ward. Anti-monarchist detonated a bomb in the hospital's entry courtyard, murdering 163 and maiming over 300 citizens. A brutal autocracy meant to shatter the very heart of Castile. The attack occurred during visiting hours, which has been described by the king as particularly unsporting. Is that what I did? They had me blow up a hospital as my test run? Intelligence has identified an anti-monarchist element operating within the city. Separately, High Command has scheduled a celebratory illumination over the Royal Palace to mark the General's peace initiative. Iron Nest has been assigned both operations. So I have to fire at 2 things, is that right? All right, here we go. Back upstairs. Let's check in on our mission. What do we got? Hostile element has been identified in the city. Triangulate the target position and destroy it. High explosive only, so don't screw that up. Check the adjacent typewriter for field reports. You? Aha, okay. So here's our location. The observation of assets, spotter 1, spotter 2. So target 1, bearing 106 from spotter 1, bearing 144 or 044 from spotter 2. Okay, so I understand. We have to triangulate between our allies here. So our location is here. Good to know. Our spotter is spotter 1 is N10 and 06. So there's spotter 1. And then we have spotter 2 at N2. Well, so we can draw our bearing from spotter 1, which is 106. So the bearing is 106 directly out from this guy. So we should draw a line straight across the map. There. So that's his bearing, that he can see the target along that line. So then N2 is 35. N2 35. So, well, that's terrible. Can I erase? Oh, I can. Right click. Okay, so N5. Good that you can zoom in as well. So your bearing is 44. Right there. So our target... Shit. It's right along this line. I kind of think it's this one. So this target is where we want to fire. So if we're firing from our own position here, and it's high explosive, so I think there's a bit of give in where it lands. But right there is where we want it to land. So we have our bearing is 106. No. This is our bearing. You two are the bearings of our spotters. So this is the only one we care about. Okay, so we've measured. Now we must calculate. The distance is 1296. Oh, keep it increasing. 1296. Oh, right there. So then we need an input of 3 charges, because we need to fire at least 15 kilometers. Give me the calculation. Wonderful. Down here. So 5184. Similar angle as yesterday. All right, standard burst load HE round. Is that the next thing I'm supposed to do? It goes from... You could shut down the power in this whole thing. Calculate load. Load is next. Good. I'm curious what the other ones are. HE round. Standard burst. High loom flare parachute drop. Interesting. Okay, well, we don't need those. We want the HE round here. We load. We punch out our powder rounds. We need 3. We load the powder rounds. Oh. I hope the sounds aren't too loud. They're kind of awesome, like in my headset, but they might be a little loud. Oh. Well, this is good to know that I could use tokens for like my dudes instead of just plotting them on the map like that. Oh, you were already locked in. Neat. All right, what's our bearing? 65.9. Let's crank it back. Crank it forward a little bit. There we go. 65.9. Angle is almost spot on, actually. So we will go 5184. Do I need to load? No, you're not even a bit available for loading. Okay, so let's triple check everything here. So we've got firing mission confirmed. Shell type is HE. Bearing is confirmed at 65.9. 65.9. Range confirmed is 51.84. 51.84. The gun is armed. We set ourselves up to fire. Unload. Time to impact. It's following the right path. We didn't screw it up too royally. That being said, if you were even like slightly off with a massive explosion, you could get yourself in big trouble. Incoming. Nicely done. Kill confirmed. Let's take a look at the view. Missed the civvies. Good job. Yeah, we nailed that guy right in the old solar plexus. I guess I was supposed to shift you. Oh, that's cool. So you can show us what our target, our like impact range is, right? Because this is like armor penetrating, very small. HE, HE is huge. So that's neat. I didn't notice you over here. Very cool. All right, what's our next target? Target destroyed. Reconnaissance photos transmitted. 2 additional hostile elements have been identified in the recon photos. Destroy both before proceeding. All right. Oh, I see. We're supposed to destroy you two, even though you've been highlighted as civilians. Okay, so we just use HE again. You just on a split the difference right there in the middle. Can I erase all of this stuff? It'd be kind of nice to replace it from my board. Oh yes, good. Here, get out of here. Start over from nothing. So I'm not confusing myself. From here, we zoom. This game is like really well programmed. Is that it does exactly what you think it should. Like me drawing a line while I'm zooming in and out works perfectly. That's amazing. All right, we've got our bearing and our range. So we leave the table. Our range is very similar to the last time, so 295. Just slightly different. So we still need 3. The gun elevation changes slightly. Oh, whoops, that's why. who changed it to 13.95 instead of 12. Was it at a 13.90 like last time? Oops, I hope not. It still worked out. Here, try again. 51.8. There we go. Here. You're wrong. You're the correct calculator. Good. All right, so reload an HE round. Load that guy in. We need 3 powder charges, as we were told. Ram it in there. Need to adjust our bearing slightly, so we're at 68.2 instead of 65.9. Good. You're cranking it up. It's interesting that the gun returns to station after every single firing, whereas your other stuff does not. I guess that makes sense. It's probably kind of rough on the gun to stay up in firing position for a really long time. So 51.8. Okay, good. So we're firing our high explosive. We're firing the shell type. Yep. Bearing confirmed at 68.2. Yep. Left gun at 51.8. Ranging. Yes. And then gun has been armed. Ready to fire. Unload. Time to impact. I like how we're just fighting. I mean, like, I don't like, but it's kind of entertaining from a story perspective that we're just firing on civilian populations. I'm sure it's one of those things where, like, you know you're being fired at by the despotic government, but there's like, what are you gonna do about it? Look at that. Perfectly done. Look at the crater. Amazing. All right, what have we done? We're a terrible person, by the way. Targets destroyed. Phase 1 complete. Second fire mission is now authorized. High Command orders starbursts over the Royal Palace. Star shell only non-combat operation. Fire in the vicinity of the coordinates below. A ground observer will mark the corrections directly on impact recon photos. Adjust and repeat fire until High Command confirms satisfactory burst position. Yellow numbers equal the distance from the impact point to the target. Yellow arrows indicate direction from impact point to target. Approximate illumination coordinates are from spotter 1 and spotter 2. Glory to Castile. Okay, hold on. Spotter 1, spotter 2. Here, clear this stuff out of my directions. Spotter 2 is the same position they were at before, so now we just have to change the bearing of where they were firing at. Should probably interact with the map. All right, I'm gonna place spotter 1 that way I can keep track of that, and then spotter 2 right there. How come I didn't get how come I didn't get a bearing from spotter 2? Oh, they did give me a distance. I see. Okay. Well, approximate. Let's switch to yellow here because the yellow means don't blow up whoever you're shooting at. 239, 527. 239. So this way. And then 527. So 527. 239 is further this way. 239, 239, 527. Right, back it off. Right there. So we're looking at I-17 59. Okay. So now we fire from our position here. The music is still going. Right there. 12.7, 4.51 kilometers. All right, to the calculator. We interact with the calculator. 4.51. Great. So we only want one charge. 54.12. It'd be hilarious if we fired a high explosive at them, wouldn't it? But we'll do what we're told. They're like, the iron nest has gone rogue. Fire at him with the other iron nest. I'm sure they have more than one, right? Ram it in there. All good. 54.1. Locked for loading. Got it, got it. So after it's loaded, that's when you adjust, right? Yes. Got it. So we'll let you adjust on your own, and then we'll change the bearing while that moves. So bearing is 12.7. We're cranking it back. How do you open the window again? It was kind of fun looking out the window while the gun moved. Oh, whoops. Bringing it back. 12.7. Oh, too far. Good. You're set at 51.8. We need to go to 54.12. Good. All right. So, confirm we're firing a star shell. The bearing is 12.7. The angle is 54.12. Gun is armed. Shell is ready to fire. Launch. Much shorter flight time this time. And look at that. We aimed the gun appropriately. Firing over the top of the factory district. I'm sure they're thrilled about that. Burst. Oh, it's so bright. Oh, it's amazing. All right, how did it go down? How did it go? Did it work? Oh, they want me to fire further that way? You guys. What the heck? Yellow arrow is distance from the impact point to target. Yellow arrow is direction from impact point to target. Okay. So does that mean I have to fire here? Or do they mean, like, if you attached this arrow to this point? I'm just gonna assume that this is what they mean. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. So clear this guy out. Redraw at the new point. Clear you out, clear you out. Okay, I think I'm ready. So new distance is same distance actually, so we can actually keep the gun the same, which is kind of nice. New star shell. Load that bad boy. Bearing is 359, so we actually have to crank it back a little bit. New charge. Load the charge, and then while that's happening, we can adjust the gun rotation. 359.7. Perfect. And then you need to crank up. Wonder if there's a... I'm going over just to see if there's a way I can open that window while the gun is cranking up. Engraving registry. Recruit tier options. Oh, I see. Or maybe not. No? For some reason, this seems to like open and close it, or only close it, but maybe it's supposed to open after you're done firing. Perhaps a bug. More likely, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't need a window. Who needs a window in this day and age? I wonder if we get new records if we do a good job. All right. Verify everything. Mission confirmed. Star. Bearing is 359.7. Angle is... Oh, I forgot my angle. Because it is 54.51. I guess that's the funny thing is I didn't adjust it. So it didn't give me a new calculation. But it should be the same calculation. It's 451. There we go. Same thing. I just kind of short-circuited it because I didn't, I was like, the angle will be the same, so I don't need to adjust it. All right, angle is the same. Ranging confirmed. Gun armed. Oh, the window's open now. Well, whatever. Boom! I love that the lamps move after you fire. I wonder if they wanted it above this thing. Right, spot on. Oh, they keep moving it. You boneheads. Well, we'll just keep doing what they tell me to do. Undo. I only have one more star round, you guys. So I can only do what you're asking me to do. Take that guy off. And then, how far are we doing? 469, so we have to adjust it slightly. Same charges, though. Slightly higher angle this time. All right, last star round. This is all she wrote, guys. This is all I got. One charge. Ram it in there. That'll adjust on its own. So we adjust U to 347.1. Perfect. You'll crank up. While this is happening, we can confirm our fire mission. Shell type is star. Bearing is 347.1, and then we need to crank it up to 56.28. So we'll let that thing adjust on its own for a second. What do you do? Oh, I thought I could interact with this wheel. Ah! I probably shouldn't be releasing steam from random vents, huh? Crank it up to 56.28. Perfect. All right, bearing confirmed, ranging confirmed, gun is armed. Crank it down. Fire. All right, that's the last one, you guys. Hopefully it works. I did not realize you had written the numbers down here. That probably means we're definitely going to miss. They're like, you fucked it up, you moron. Yup. Well, I'm glad I noticed that after the fact. Are you guys mad? Oh, thank God they saved my butt. How many people were screaming at the camera? You have to admit it. Yeah, that makes sense. Good to know, though, because if we had fired... Good. So obviously, now that I see that, the writing below was giving us a distance fired, right? So if we were to fire, what was that? 4.37. 4.37. Yeah, that would have dropped us right on that. So that's my bad that I did not realize that the the distance was listed on the map. But now we know. So I'll never make that mistake again. Here's the commissar. They're like, you friggin' fool. How much do we pay that guy to sit in the turret out there in the middle of nowhere? Probably not a whole lot, honestly. Oh, whoops! I deleted my bearing. Can I redo? I guess I'll just redraw it. Good. All right, bearing 5.87 kilometers, so we have to crank up the charge a little bit to 2. Rerun the numbers. 34, a much flatter angle on there, which is interesting. All right, thank you guys for sending me another star. Whoops, I did not mean to rotate the thing. Don't send a high explosive their way. They'll be very angry about that. The amount of anger they're expressing over having to send me an extra shell versus having to replace the entire high command is probably very different levels. And the bearing is 328. Or 324, sorry. You do not need to crank it that high. We need to crank it to 34. Right there. 324.8. We're very close to that. Did a pretty good job. 324 point. I know my friends in Discord always constantly are like, you can't see when you're playing games. It's very true. I'm just proving them right. That I couldn't see the very yellow numbers on the on the table. 346.86 or 34.86, sorry. Oops, I accidentally opened up my Steam overlay. Okay, so fire mission confirmed. Star bearing is 324.8. Yep. 34.86. Yep. Ranging confirmed. Gun is armed. Crank down the lever, please. Fire. There we go. Feel much better about that one. Oh, that's kind of a fun detail. Did you notice the star rounds are fading with each additional picture? We would never have seen that if I hadn't screwed this up. How'd it go? High command to the Iron Nest Starburst. Position confirmed. Fire mission complete. Stand down until further orders. You're welcome. Thanks, guys. All right. Bedtime. What else do we got down here? So we got our coffee machine. We've got a toilet, shower, sink, kitchen, something. The leaderboard, of course, very important. All right, bedtime. They even gave me a fan. I love a fan. Oh, I was trying to turn the fan on. A night of celebration marred by atrocity. On an evening set aside to honor the general's continued pursuit of peace, the anti-monarchists reminded us that no pursuit concerns them. Their only correspondence arrives written in the blood of innocence. Royal train arrives backwards. General affirms commitment to peace. How many times must we turn the other cheek? All right. All right, we're liberating ourselves. Anti-monarchist forces have maintained an occupation of Ciudad Real. High Command has ordered the city restored to the crown. Iron Nest has been repositioned to support the operation. Requisition procurement is authorized to meet the operational requirements. We will start the mission. What is happening? Press escape to skip. Okay. I don't know what was going on there. We were like staring at the typewriter for some reason. Chunk. Let me out of my nest. The whole place is shaking, y'all. I think we're walking to a new position. They did say reposition for combat. Requisition credits. We have how many? 100. HE shell, powder charges. How do I card slot? The left magazine or the right magazine? I can't use the right magazine, so we... Oh, no, I can. 2. I want a full magazine of HE charges here. Or maybe... Yeah, let's do a full magazine. 4, 5, and 6. And then powder charges, we're gonna need a lot of these. Can I do a bunch of these all at once? How many is this? Is this 20 powder charges? Okay, we've got 40 now, so I think we're okay there. All right, I heard our orders come in, so let's go look at these. The city is to be cleared of hostile elements. Destroy 5 infantry units within the designated urban sector. Requisition console is authorized. Here's our new coordinates. Here's our spotter's coordinates, so let's take those down. And then we check the adjacent typewriter for more information. So here's the enemy. We have infantry 1, bearing from spotter 1 and 2. Infantry 2, which is bearing from spotter 2 and 3. Infantry 3 is spotter 1 and 3, but a distance, not just a bearing. And then infantry 4 and 5, looks like we have an incomplete intelligence, but they are supposed to be close by to the other their allies here. So we're gonna move our stuff around. So our new position is I6. What are you doing on here? there's a nut on the table. So we've moved to I6 position 5-3 right here. I assume whenever you're in the grid of the square, you're right in the middle. Okay, so now we need spotter, and we'll use our tokens here, because I didn't do that before. So spotter 1 is at F10, up here, 7-0. 7 is here, and then at the bottom, so 7-0. Good. Spotter 2, J5, J5 here, 9-7 right there. He's actually not too far from my position. And then spotter 3 is an A1, so all the way at the bottom of the map here, 9-6 right there. Okay, so let's draw our targets now. So the bearing from spotter 1 is 230. So centered on spotter 1, 230. So down this way. Right there. And then from spotter 2 is 275. Zoom in to make sure I'm getting this right. Point. 275. Doot. That. Okay. So first enemy target, I'm going to use these guys, is right there. Then infantry 2 is 276 from spotter 2, so same point. 276 is up this way. It's actually not, it's almost the same bearing. I wonder, depending on where he's positioned, we might be able to hit them with one shell. 276.0, there we go. Okay, and then from spotter 3 though is bearing 13. So spotter 3 down here. 13 is that away. So crossing over. No, I don't think it'll be close enough to the other infantry to hit both of them. Because it's that point. They're close, but not quite close enough to actually hit them together. Because if we have this guy over here that we can use. So if I change you to high explosive here, you can see the impact crater. If you put this on the very edge of the impact crater, you still wouldn't be able to hit this guy. So we're gonna put this guy all the way up here in the corner because I don't want him in the way. Infantry 3. So now it's about distance. So we would like to use our compass here. 4.96 from spotter 1. So come up to spotter 1. Centered on spotter 1 here. 4.96. Perfect. And then from spotter 3, it's 876. Centered there. I don't think that was right. Here, let's redo that. Right there. 876. Pretty large circle here. Looks like it's at the far corner of the city up there. Do you see that? So right at that nexus point where those two intersections of the circle meet. Right there. Not too shabby. Okay, so we have positions of all 3 infantry. So we need to start putting in a shot on one of them. So we'll start with just infantry 1. That makes the most sense to me. So we'll go all the way to this point. 7.06. So we'll crank in the distance here. 7.06 kilometers. Whoops. There we go. And we need 2 charges for this. And then our bearing to target. Are you new? Ooh, we can change our shell type. What does this do for us? Yep, HE. Bearing to target is 271. We didn't have to do this before. What does this thing do? 271.2. There. 271.2. I don't know what this means. I don't know. Calculate the required elevation. It's weird that they've relist the bearing for us, because it's like, yeah, I know that. Whoops. Okay. So we've got our distance, we've got our bearing, we've got our elevation calculated. We've got our high explosive here, so we can load that bad boy. Whoops. That's how we load it. Ka-chonk. Ooh, the right one is available now, too. So we could fire multiple things in a row. How exciting. I see. So you could kind of line up multiple things for multiple shots. Maybe like enemies move, so you might want to have multiple things lined up and ready to go at the same time. Just thinking out loud. So our bearing is going to be 271.2. I'm cranking it around the wrong direction. I should have gone left. And I can just leave that one there. And then we want to be at... Where do we want to be at? 42.6. So we want to be like up here. Still cranking it around. I like that you can just leave this guy alone, though. Yeah, we definitely should have cranked it to the left instead of the right. We're still going. Ticking up. We're getting there. 60. All right, now we can slow down, I think. Yep. 271. All right. 271.2. There. Now our angle is 42.36. Crank it back a little bit. Good. Angle good. All right, we're set. Left gun, 42.36. Yes. 271.2. High explosive. Shell type confirmed. Bearing confirmed. Range confirmed. Gun armed. Crank that bad boy down. Fire. We'll check that in a second. Oh, nope. They're going to make me watch this time. It's weird how it decides sometime how... When do you watch and other times you don't watch? I'm not sure how they decide when they make you watch the cutscene and when they don't. I'm not gonna argue because it's kind of sick when it does. Boom! Get wrecked. 2 confirmed kills. Yes. We just got lucky with the 1. All right, so now you're my next target. Oh, is this the other enemy, or is this an ally kill? I think that's an ally. Yep. So we blew up. I don't know what that even is, but we blew it up. Oh, so now this is actually fascinating. Is we want to probably avoid blowing up any kind of like enemy or allied target as much as we can. So now we need to start aiming our shots better. This is much narrower than this thing makes it seem. Right? Because, like, if we put this over top of this thing, it makes it seem like it's more like that size. So I don't want to, like, miss it. So maybe, like, here? Like, is that good? And that's our target point? We'll try again. This is kind of interesting to me that we're going to try to fit shots in there. Here, let's clear this out, clear this guy out. We have a new bearing, 271.8, 6.38 kilometers, so it's a bit closer of a shot. What did they send to me here, though? Something got tapped in. Ceasefire! 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 Police 4 destroyed. Oopsies. But we did destroy Infantry 1, so... I didn't know there was a police station over there. How the hell was I supposed to know that? I wonder if they want you to send in... like, Starfire first. So then they, like... That you could, you could get the satellite imagery first. 38.2. Okay. All right, so we change up the round, put this one in. I should requisition some HE on the right-hand side. Good enough. All right, we load up 2 rounds here. 1, 2. Crunch that in there. Meanwhile, on this side of things, Load this guy in there. And then we'll wait on the rounds for that one. Okay, so now we need to aim at 38.28 and then 271.8. So we actually don't need to adjust this much. There we go. And then 38.28. So slightly lower than we were, because I think it stopped at 40. All right, 38.28, so we need to crank it back down. Good. 38.28. HE. Shell type confirmed. 38.28. 271.8. Ranging confirmed. Gun armed. Crank it down. Fired. We're watching again. I think I fit it in there a little better this time, so we probably won't blow up anybody allied. I think. Cross your fingers. Good? Good hit? Yes! Nice! We fit it in perfectly that time. Look at that. Perfect. So now we have another enemy identified. That we found the fourth enemy identified as well. So this one we're just going to fire on our own. I think we want to land like just to the right. So if we land there as our center shot, there, that will hit him for sure. We'll just use that as our verification, because this was the right crater size for landing just to the right of them. So we got to get rid of you. Let's verify that our target was hit. Direct hit, infantry 2 destroyed. Great news. 579. Whoa. Good. We still need 2 charges. Adjust the bearing to 275. I think maybe the only reason you do this is so you have the bearing also listed on this like ticket. If that makes sense. All right, crank it out. We're gonna use the right hand side here because we already have a shell loaded. 1, 2. Crank it in there. And then we adjust to 275.1. Good. And then actually we can reload this left barrel while we're waiting. All right, you crank up 34.75. So like right in the middle between, or maybe not right in the middle, because that would put us at like 38 and a bit. There we go. Oh, too high. 34.754. Whoops, wrong way. A little further. Oh, it's very touchy. Perfect. 34.74. This is the right hand barrel, right? Yes, good. So right gun, 34.74, 275.1 HE. Shell type armed, ranging confirmed, gun armed, right hand side this time. Crank that down, fire. At this time they're not making me watch. But we can start plotting in a shot on you. Although I would like to measure this and hopefully avoid hitting the hospital. Nicely done. That was right on the edge, so we just have to be a little careful with how we're placing things. So like here, it's close enough. So just judging by like history, So like here is good enough to hit the red from the center impact. So if that's good enough, we don't want to hit the blue though. So like right there, I think is good enough. Feel bad about hitting the police station. Although maybe they were fascists, so maybe I technically I'm a fascist, I think, in this situation, right? Alright, clear this out. Okay. And then positive kill confirmed, I assume. Yep. 1, 2, and 5 have been destroyed. Good, good, good. So you've been loaded in. Our new distance is 695, so we can crank this guy up. 695. Still 2 charges. Bearing is different though. 286.5. Good. Good work. 41.7. Okay, so you're already loaded. 2 charges. Reload. You're ready to go, so let's roll down the next high explosive, crank it in there. And then we adjust our bearing to 286. To 86.5. There we go. Left gun is rising to 41. Should be pretty close to that. Little more. 41.7. Too far. Good. All right. High explosive, shell type confirmed. Bearing is 41.7. 286.5. Ranging, gun is armed. Fire. So then the next shot will be all the way up there. And what I'm hoping then is that by hitting this target, we'll be able to adjust based on the satellite imagery if we need to avoid anything up here. My hope. Oh! Nicely done. All right. We didn't get any satellite imagery of this guy, but based on the fact that it's on the edge of the city, I'm going to shoot it like here, and then I'm hoping we don't hit anything that we're not supposed to. Like we could fire a star round up there just to check it out first, but I kind of want to just let it fly. This one was good though. I avoided both hospitals. Pretty pleased with myself there. All right. So last round here. A little further this time. 884. Still 2 charges though. And then our new bearing is 297. Oh, a little too far. 2971. Good. Good work. You're the loaded cannon right now. So 1, 2. Fire those in there. And then the new height is 53.04. That's the highest angle I've ever fired anything at, because we are firing it pretty far from here. All right, locked in. Crank this all the way up here. Let that ride, and then we change you to 297.1. Let's get the ways to turn. There we go. Doot, doot, doot. Perfect. 297.1. Still going? Oh, still a little bit further, guys. 53.4. Too far. 0.4. There, 0.04, I should say. All right, HE has been loaded into the right cannon, 53.04. 297.1. 53.04, ranging confirmed, the gun is armed. Pull that down, fire. All right, last shot, but he said, hopefully. Much longer travel time. You're firing these shells like really far. Yeah, it's like firing a battleship, but on land. I missed him? That's not where you told me it was. Did I do this wrong? Because it was 496. Oh, it was 469. Oh no, my dyslexia. Well, that's not gonna work. That's not how firing shells works. Oh, that's funny. Well, the good news is I did waste an explosive round. However, we did confirm that there are no allied targets in the area, so we can just fire at this guy no problem. So, whoops. That's actually quite funny. All right, new bearing. Take these two out of here. Slightly shorter distance than we fired before. It should be very similar though, because same charges. Bearing is slightly shifted to 298.2. So there's a slight down angle, but overall not too shabby. Okay, I should have loaded you because in my head I was like, I don't need to load a thing again. Because I won't get this wrong. How wrong I was. You've rammed that guy in. We get 2 charges going. Load that bad boy. And then we crank upwards slightly to 298.2. Locked in place. We're coming up to 50 here. 50.94, so like right there. And then 298.2. It'd be funny if you could fire while the whole thing was turning. It's like firing from the hip. You're like, woo! Let it rip! Although there's a lot of like calculations involved in this game, so like if I am missing stuff while the gun is stationary, imagine firing while the gun is moving. Although it'd probably break the gun if you're thinking about it. I don't think artillery, well, it depends on the artillery, I guess, but I don't think most of them are designed to be shooting while moving. 50.94, yes. 298.2. HE has been loaded. Bearings are confirmed, ranging confirmed, gun armed. All right, this one should work. I can't believe I misread I mean, I can believe it. It's just very funny that I misread the distance. I intersposed 6.9 and 9.6. I missed the meme. It was right there in front of me. At least they gave me notes. They were like, no, back 0.4 kilometers, man. You were so close. Didn't hit this luckily we didn't hit that civilian population up there when we fired wide. Get wrecked. Amazing. All right, how did our mission go down? High command still needs that ammo bunker eliminated. Hit it with armor penetration. Where is the ammo bunker? Where? Have you told me about this armored bunker? Here? High command. I don't know what they're talking about. Ammo bunker eliminated. Well, we've already eliminated infantries. 1 through 5. We need a new target. What do you mean high command still needs ammo bunker eliminated? Do you guys see what they're talking about? Because there's nothing in the city as far as I can tell. So is this it? Reference point underground. It's not, yeah, it's not on the map, so I don't know what I'm firing at. I'm going to fire a star round. Here. Because I have no idea what they're talking about, but this is my best guess. So I need to requisition a star round, first of all. And I need to do it on the... Oh, a scout plane. Request scout plane flyover location. That sounds cool. How do I do that? Sending scout... Sending recon photo strip, check map. You just scouted the area I've already blown up. That wasn't helpful at all. What is this, where is the ammo they're talking about? The bunker. Ammo bunker, hit it with AP. Can I do it one more time? You're just gonna give it to me. I understand the tactical map corrections. Maybe I should just fire a star round and then maybe they'll tell me where I need to adjust the shot to. That's the only thing I can think of. Yes, so star round is ready. So let's load that bad boy. Nope, I goofed. One more. All right, load this guy up. New bearing, range is above 10, so we actually need to have 3 charges for this shot. 10.1. Crank it up to 3. The bearing is at 118, so we're going back the other way. .4. It's so touchy. There. Good. So you've been loaded. We need 1, 2, 3. It's a little confusing when they're like, you need to blow up that bunker for us. And I'm like, that was not part of the brief. Yo. All right, now we crank it. Honestly, I think we crank it around. Because we're all... Well, it's almost like an opposite shot from here. So I think either way you go, it would have been 180 degrees almost. Got this one down to 40. Going almost there though. It's fun that you can just set the turret to roll and then you go adjust the barrel. Now we can slow it down. Dude, almost right on the button. 118.4. 3, 4. Good. All right, star round in the left gun, 40.4, 118.4. Mission firm. This is to figure out where the hell we're even supposed to be shooting at. Because I have no idea where this bunker they want me to hit is. Let me clear this out of here. Back it go. Yeah, because if we were looking at this, it's supposed to be something like this. Okay, so at least they pointed me in the right direction from here. So that's something. So let's take our point from here, and then the bearing is supposed to be directly this way at 3... How far? 3.8. So 3.08, sorry. 3.08. So right there is the bunker they want me to hit. Hopefully that's accurate. That it's that point. Okay, so because it needs to be pretty on target for armor penetrating. But we do have a couple of shots here. I thought maybe we would have less because we used so many of our requisition points on recon drones. Ooh, hardcore penetrator. Hold that bad boy. And then what are we looking at? Another back to a 2 charger here. 7.76. So there you go. If you're ever in doubt about where we're firing something, or where you're firing something, just fire a star shell and let them tell you where it needs to go. 105. Thank you. We need 2 charges. Load that bad boy. And then we're cranking it back to 105. So this way a little bit. .6 right there. And then we get the angle and we go home. Assuming they gave me good directions. And then I like was able to, you know, accurately portray those directions on the map, because it's the bearing isn't listed, it's just the distance and then those like guidelines. So if you go between the guidelines, like in the middle, it should be pretty dang close. 46.56. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Okay, so confirming armor penetration type. The bearing is 4656, 105.6. Range confirmed. Gun is armed. Crank it down. Boom. All right, let's see if we hit this armored bunker. It's a much quicker flight time than our last couple of shots. Incoming! Right there. Show it to me. Yes! Oh, that was a good shot. Ooh, we're pretty good. 3 stars for that one, too. Do we get star ratings for these other ones or not really? No, those are just like, they're like, good job. Are we good now? Additional requisition granted. Ooh. Gyro Scout number 1 sending recon photo strip. Oh wait, I did that already. Ammo cache destroyed, sending additional requisition. Does this mean we're done? Repositioning complete. Sector cleared, local garrison will consolidate from this point, stand down. All right. Congrats us. Maybe that bunker was like extra. And you got extra requisitioned because of it. Bedtime? Sure enough. Did we win? Did we beat the demo? The royal city was reclaimed. The Castile calls, you will answer. Ciudad Real, 1927. The royal city is restored to the crown this morning as the general drives the anti-monarchist occupation from its streets. The city, His Majesty the King, was pleased to learn in almost majority intact. Well, in fairness, I did not realize there was a police station there. Oh my god, there's so much stuff to do. Counter battery. Enemy forces have deployed artillery across the river. In response to recent operations, this has been anticipated. We are cleared for active engagement under direct fire conditions. So they're going to be shooting back at us. And then uncontested engagement. Enemy forces have been caught mid-supply in an exposed position. No counter battery threat has been identified. High command is on. So this is why you would want to have like both of your barrels loaded and ready to go, because you'd want to be able to fire rapidly, like just by making minor adjustments, I think. But I think we should pause there. Let me know if you want me to continue playing the other stuff that's going on here. Oh, I got some medals for some stuff. Unbroken Volley, Marksman's Cross, the Measure Fire Star, and then Austere Service Medal. I can't quite omit if I zoom in. Completed the mission requisitioning only the minimum assets required. That's great. Consecutive kills, maintained exceptional average accuracy, and then conducted fire operations with minimal allied casualties. 3 targets in rapid succession, eliminated all counter batteries with time to spare, completed the mission requisitioning only the minimum assets, and eliminated all enemies in the operational sector. These are fun. Yeah, let me know if you want me to continue playing the Iron Nest Heavy Simulator, Heavy Turret Simulator missions. I would love to. I might have to cut down the mission or to like 1 mission per episode or something, but let me know. I don't know how long the demo is going to be up during Steam Next Fest, so you know, this is going live on the 17th or maybe a little after that. But yeah, I will probably, if people really like it, I will record more and I will post it post Steam Next Fest demo, if that makes sense, because we're trying to get to like as many demos during the Next Fest as we can. But yeah, I'll do like, I could do a short series if people really like it. So let me know if you enjoyed the video. Please give me a like down in the below the video. That helps me out a lot. If you want to see more stuff like Iron Nest or the other demos I have going on during the Steam Next Fest, or the series when we get back to our longer running series, you should subscribe to the channel, because that also helps me out a lot. But until next time, everyone, I hope you had a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, everybody.